There are a number of plants that are best pruned in summer. Trained fruit trees like these stepovers here, pinched out to encourage the formation of flowers and fruit. Topiary, which can be trimmed either in early summer or late summer in the case of yew, so it keeps its crisp shape all the way through the year. Choisia, when it's flowered in spring, puts on an enormous amount of growth. If you want to keep that in trim, prune that after flowering in early to midsummer, and it will keep its shape through the rest of the year. Prune out anything that you can see is dead on absolutely anything. On roses, for instance, when you're pruning them to dead head, don't just cut the shoot tips off. Take them back for about a foot to thicker growth, about as thick as a pencil. They'll flower a bit later in the summer as a result of that with the second flush, but they'll flower more strongly and produce a larger number of flowers. Topiary specimens, like yew, are absolute prime candidates for summer clipping. But yew needs to be clipped late summer so it stays sharp right the way through the winter. Box, another evergreen, clip that, they generally say around Derby Day, which is in June, but be prepared for it to look a little bit brown once the sun comes out afterwards. If you can clip in cloudy weather or even in rain, that way you'll avoid quite so much browning. Choisia, the Mexican orange blossom, is best clipped just as the flowers fade. Then you can cut it back to get yourself a bit more space and the new growths will begin to come. You can do the same on lavender. Just as those flowers are at their best or beginning to fade, go right the way over the bushes, cutting them off, using them for lavender bags, but cutting back a little way, not into too much dead wood, but by cutting them back in summer, you'll encourage the production of more shoots before autumn comes, and you'll keep those lavender bushes youthful and lasting much longer in terms of years. Trained fruit trees like stepover, single tier espaliers, like these apples, great candidates for summer pruning, just pinching out these little shoots here to encourage them next year to produce blossom and then fruit. Have some pears there as well, they're the same. Young plum trees can be pruned in summer. That way there's less danger of them getting silverleaf disease than there would be if you pruned them in winter. You're pruning to encourage them to make a decent shape. The same is true of damsons and cherry trees. When they're older, these species need much less pruning, but in their youth, when you're trying to get the shape right, summer pruning is really quite useful. Peaches and nectarines, particularly those trained on walls, if they're sending shoots directly outwards, what in the old days they used to call breastwood, well, you can cut that wood back in summer with impunity. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like and subscribe to get even more from Gardener's World magazine.